सकते हैं। मेरे पास इन बताना, और अगर आप होगा इस प्रकार से रहेगा, सुन लो ताकि आप बहनों तथा भाइयों, ये था हमारे मुख्य मेहमान का कुछ परिचय।
And ladies and gentlemen, all of you, greetings, Pula Vinaka, and a great morning to you all. I bring to you warm greetings from our Honorable Prime Minister, Honorable Bainimarama, and also from the Honorable Minister for Women and Social Welfare, Mrs. Honorable Mary Singh Unyawanga. Ladies and gentlemen, it is always a pleasure to be here at Gonmalevu. And it is an honor for me to be here this morning to celebrate one of the most significant days in our calendar, the International Women's Day. Let me begin by congratulating all our hardworking women present here this morning, particularly the organizers, the executives, the President, Secretary and Treasurer of Nambasa Women's Forum. I don't think Nandi is doing this. I don't think Ba Tabua Rekrek is doing it. If they are doing it, they will not have this number. So thank you. Thank you. I know. These shadowy figures behind the scenes who made it possible needs to be thanked. I know Mrs. Ram met me some weeks back, probably I was here, and she asked me. I said, I'll organize, get someone else. I may not be appropriate. She said, no, we want you to be here, being a symbol of education. Thank you. And I'm honored. I'm honored because most of you are more educated than me. Education is not only about qualifications, it's about wisdom. In Hindi, we call it buddhi. You may not be vidwan, but you are buddhiman. You have a lot of wisdom. Most of you are a person to be respected. All of you are persons to be respected. And I salute you all for coming here today, braving the weather conditions. The rain did not deter you. The weather did not deter you. Some of our schools, particularly in Rekereke, are closed today. Some of the schools in Senganga area are difficult to get to. But you came from all over because you didn't come here for yourself, but for our children. President, Secretary, our women need special recognition because they work the longest hours in the day. They work the longest hours in the day. Their day begins around 4:35 AM and it ends around 10-11 PM. And their day, which starts at 5 AM and ends around 11 PM, is totally a productive day. And some of our day, which may begin at 6-7 AM, but the productive part is up till 5-6 PM. Even though we may go late till 1 AM or 2 AM, but most of it, on the later part, is not very productive. You care about home, you care about family, you care about your husbands, you care about your parents, you care about your children, you care about the institutions that you work for. You shoulder most of the responsibilities. You are multitask. You have to multitask because of the kinds of responsibilities you are endowed with, bestowed with. I recall during the era of Gurmit, the males, they only worked in the daytime. But the females, they worked in the daytime, and then in the afternoon they went and did the housework, cooked the food, got the children ready. They always worked double shift, but they were never given the recognition for the double shift that they worked. It's important that we publicly recognize the endurance, the sacrifice that our women in this country have been making to ensure that the children have a better future, the husbands are doing well at work. Even though we must recognize this sacrifice every day, but internationally, this day is set aside to officially recognize the sacrifice that the woman is making in all facets of life, the household, the community, business sector, as well as the governance of our country. I want to thank you very much and thank all those mothers and sisters who are not able to make it here or the other forums organized throughout Fiji. Ladies and gentlemen, this is not only from me, because when I speak as government, as Fiji First government, and I speak on behalf of our Honorable Prime Minister, Honorable Bainimarama. Our Honorable Prime Minister is very particular about ensuring that our women are respected, given dignity, due recognition, protected, and given opportunities, which they were denied for so long. Our Honorable Prime Minister, it is in this regard that he has decided that at least while in the past children were denied opportunity to go to or have access to education, have decided that everyone in this country, irrespective of the agenda, should have access to education right up to university. Right, starting from the ECE kindergarten. It is this level of recognition that our Prime Minister is making to ensure that everyone in this country prosper, particularly our children, our girls, our women. Ladies and gentlemen, we recognize the importance and pivotal role that women play in securing and making a household stable, happy and progressive. We recognize the important role our mothers play in caring, mentoring and developing our children. We recognize that our mothers spend the most time with children, and if we want to develop our children to contribute to a future Fiji which is prosperous, has peace and is stable, then we have to support our mothers, our women, because they are the ones who instill values, virtues amongst our children, to provide them with a platform and foundation via which our children will become responsible citizens of future Fiji. It is in this regard that our government, the Bainimarama-led Fiji First government, is doing everything possible to ensure that our women is not deprived of opportunities. Our women is not deprived of education. Our women is protected and secured. Ladies and gentlemen, any society's progress and development rests fairly and squarely on how women in this society are given the dignity, the right to choose, respect, care and opportunities to grow. And that is why our government has now opened the doors for women to do well. Ladies and gentlemen, it is in this regard that we are here today to bring to you well wishes from our Honorable Prime Minister, Honorable Bainimarama, that we care for you all. And we want to assure you, on behalf of our government, that every woman, every girl will be protected in the society from those corrupt minds and corrupt elements who think they can abuse our children, our girls and our women. Gone are those days that women could have been taken lightly. Ladies and gentlemen, in this regard, all institutions in this country are geared up to protect our women, our children. The police force, the judicial system, and the informal institutions as well are now understanding the importance of protecting our women. The informal institutions like the faith-based groups, the youth clubs, all of them do understand that this government is serious about protecting our women and our children. Ladies and gentlemen, our heart bleeds when we hear cases of, and I do hope it's isolated cases, of our children, our girls being mistreated, being abused. I want to assure you that this will remain isolated cases, and we will nip these things, or these kind of cases in the bud, so that our children can walk free, can have equal access to opportunities as it exists for anyone. Ladies and gentlemen, the observance of International Women's Day is directly related to the 2030 Agenda and the Sustainable Development Goals, especially Goal number 5, which ensures to achieve gender equality and empower all women and girls, and Goal number 4, which ensures inclusive and quality education for all to promote lifelong learning. I was so heartened to see the MC display our talent. It demonstrates that education and learning is not defined to a particular age group. Education is not defined to only youths. Education is a lifelong process. It has no age barrier. It is for this reason that our technical colleges that we have established, the campuses throughout Fiji, by Honorable Prime Minister, Honorable Bainimarama, our technical college has no restriction with regard to age. If any one of you want to come and study a short course, feel free. It is totally funded by our government, by our Honorable Prime Minister, so that each and every one of you can come and upskill you without having you to worry about whether you are 30-year-old or 20-year-old or 50-year-old. Because we believe that everyone has the right to education. Everyone should be given the opportunity to get themselves a particular skill that they want to acquire. Ladies and gentlemen, on this International Women's Day, we celebrate the inspiring and courageous work women around the world are doing to secure women's rights and shape more tolerant and equitable society. We also want to take this opportunity to remember those women in difficult situations around the world, particularly in the Middle East, in South Sudan, where our women, our children are struggling from famine. Let's not forget our children, our women, our girls who are suffering because of the climatic conditions and changes in climate and its toll on our children throughout the world. I think we are a part of a blessed country, protected to some extent by the islandness, but climate change will also have an impact, and it is having its impact, and it is for this reason that our Prime Minister, Honorable Bainimarama, has been chosen as a leader of the Committee of Parties, the 23rd meeting, the most high-ranking UN meeting on climate change, to devise strategies which collectively needs to be undertaken all countries, if you are to deal with climate change and its impact, because it is not a localized impact, climate change is impact throughout the world, and therefore every country must get together and deal with this issue of climate change. Ladies and gentlemen, I want to also congratulate our education sector. We find that more girls are coming to our school system. For example, in year 10, we had year 10 examination. Last year, we had 51% of females sitting for the exams. Year 12, we had 54% females who sat for exams. In year 13, we had 57% who sat for the exam. This demonstrates, one, that our girls are totally committed to upgrading, upskilling, educating themselves, and also future Fiji will have more females educated than males. Ladies and gentlemen, we are also seeing now that employers are opening up to employing females, because now they are recognizing that the importance of female workers and their contribution towards pushing the frontier and the workplace. Ladies and gentlemen, I understand that the Lambasa Women's Forum is a service organization which has been providing partial scholarship and other assistance to the poor and needy students around Vanuatu through fundraising and personal contribution. Most of these women who participate in this program come from rural areas. I salute you for that and hope that your determined effort and dedication will continue. Your group reminds me of the late Mother Teresa. She was the one who taught the world that all of us have not come on this earth to do great things, but God has created us to do a small work with great love. Ladies and gentlemen, I want to wish all of you a very successful future ahead, and I want to again thank the organizers of this forum for this session today, and I want to end with a question: will you be bold for change on International Women's Day 2017 and beyond by taking groundbreaking action that truly drives the greatest change for women? Women's Day comes to make us all realize the importance of women in our life. It comes to honor the existence of women. This day is not only your day, but our day. I want you to enjoy the day to the fullest with zeal and enthusiasm. And I want you to go back from here today saying that we recognize the important role that we are playing to all spheres of life in the country. With these words, I want to again wish you all a very happy International Women's Day. Thank you.
Lambasa Mada Sangam, Vatu Jyoti Mehila Mandal, Vaingele Bunesia Mehila Mandal.